Hello. Good afternoon. I hope everybody is well. I hope this is working fine as well. Welcome along. Looks like we've got a fair few people on already. Looks like about 10 people on. So good evening, everybody. Welcome along to Fortnightly Live. Hello, Deadly. Hello, Russ. If I missed anybody's comments, I am sorry. It's like I say, I'm not using the YouTube app itself. I'm using something different. You may be able to see the top right-hand side here. It's a new thing I'm trying out. Like I say, we've got a special guest this week. We've done a few videos on Facebook, so I thought, why not give YouTube a go, and we'll see how this pans out, because it's going to be so like I say, if it works, fantastic. We'll be able to get other people on. It's not just me and Leslie yabbering on. Obviously, he's on the chats. We'll be able to start inviting other people on. Not just a chat. So, hello, everybody. There's Walter. Hello, Walter. Thanks very much. Hello, David. Hello, Mel. I don't know how far behind I am in the comments. It's like I say, they're popping up. I hope it's not too quick. But like I said, well, I do apologise for the Fortnightly video 2 weeks ago. I wasn't myself. I definitely wasn't myself. I ended up, like I say, I was lethargic. I was fatigued just from being ill. So I wasn't really feeling it. So I am sorry. But good news is I'm feeling much better. And like I say, it makes a hell of a difference when you do feel better. Back to work, back to the garden, getting things sorted out. Say hello, Leslie.
Hello, Leslie.
So we've got 29, 30 people coming on here. So thank you everybody for joining. If you haven't already done so, give a thumbs up. That would be absolutely smashing. I'm going to give you a quick look around what's going on in here this evening. But first, like I say, I've got a friend and a special guest coming on, and I'm going to just bring him in now. So let's see if this works here. There he is there, waiting in the background. Add him to the stream. There we go. Hello.
Hi, Dean. Hi, Leslie.
Hello, Dean.
How are you? You all right?
I am. I'm hoping this is working. It is working. Hey, this works, Dean. It actually works.
I'm gonna have to. You're gonna have to teach me, because in my side here I've got 5 chats. I need my glasses. Hold on a sec. 5 chats. So I'll press into it. So you got Andrew, Eamon, Craig Orchard.
Yeah.
Deadly. So I am getting used to this myself, chaps. And hello, everybody. And thanks for inviting me, Dean.
That's not a bother. Like I say, we've chatted about this before. I did actually get the idea from Monty from My Family Garden. And I asked him what he used. This is basically a free version. There is a paid-for version of this platform, which you can remove the sign off the top. You can add loads more. I mean, it's not just Dean. You can add more than just one person on. You can add multiple people. So it's something definitely look into. Yeah, but yeah, it's like a bit of a conference call, but on a live video on YouTube. So realistically, what we're gonna do is we'll actually organise for one night to have a few guys on, and we'll have a chinwag, and obviously a chinwag with me as well.
Yes, fantastic.
YouTubers live.
I say this is all new to me, Dean, as you know, because in my YouTube channel, I've always said, I mean, I've only got like 250 subscribers in my channel, which is fine, and I love it. But for me to go live on YouTube, I've always had an issue, because I need like 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
and I'm not able to do it. Now, with you teaching me that this app, you know, I'm able to do that, to get over to some of the people that can't get onto it or don't have Facebook. You know, I don't tend to use a lot of YouTube because of that. I can't go live in an instant. So I tend to do a lot of the Facebook stuff. Now, this gives me the opportunity to do with this, what's it called, Dean?
StreamYard.
StreamYard, you know, and you've taught me this, you know, and I'll be able to do that more for my YouTube subscribers, because I very rarely go on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like I say, a lot of people don't understand and don't know that you need to have so many views and so many subscribers just to be able to go live on YouTube. Now, of course, in the early days, I didn't do any live videos, but when I started doing it once, I started making a little fortnightly thing. Weekly, I already do one video a week. You already see what I get up to on a week, but sometimes it's nice to give back as well. Especially, I mean, like you say, you've got 250 subs. You do much better on Facebook than I do. But when like you say, we both grow differently as well. Especially with you growing in the back garden, it speaks a lot to a lot of people, especially more so in the past 6 months because everybody's been stuck in the house. So what you've done your back garden's been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and with what's happening all around the world with this COVID, I were off for 18 weeks. And the mental side of it, it helped me because I had my back garden and stuff like that. But come the end of the 18 weeks, I didn't want to see my garden. So I understand that a lot of people, it's tough for them. And, it were only the people on Facebook that gave me the encouragement and saying what I'd done for them, with my videos that helped me struggling through a bad time, push me through that barrier, to go, what, it's not as bad as what I think for me, because there's other people in worse estate. And I, my own subscribers who were subscribed to yourself as well actually pushed me through that barrier that I was struggling to get through.
Yeah, and you know what it is? It does give you a good boost. I've as a key worker myself, I've worked through this pandemic, but going back to my heritage and obviously where I am, I've been brought up in a coal mining town, obviously all the way up here, northeast England. I can quite imagine, obviously allotments and stuff like that and garden and growing, that was their escape after being stuck down the pit 5 days a week, 6 days a week. So getting in the pitch black dark, getting outside in that fresh air means the world. And you know what it is? I can kind of relate because I've been stuck in my bedroom working, sleep in the bedroom, wake up, have a shower, in work, in the bedroom, come out of there. The first thing I'll do is fresh air. So getting down. But obviously I've not had the time that a lot of guys have to be able to obviously keep on top of stuff. But now I can. But yeah, it does. It makes a massive difference for your mental side. Gardening got me through a really dark patch, which I've openly said on the channel before and on questions and comments as well. And I mean, you guys, subscribers and everybody I speak to, it's always nice to meet new people and new people coming on and getting tips and even just the little messages make your day. I mean, somebody messaging you saying, I've decided to take up an allotment. I mean, that's a massive, massive thing to do. I don't know how much work goes into make just one, never mind 2 or 3. So it gives you a good boost and it gets you up and it gets you thinking, what have I got to do? That was one of the things that kicked me going, and I've got to thank Dave Robson for because I watched his videos and he inspired me, and now I'm doing the same for others as well, just like you are. But like it gets everybody interested and involved.
I liked having my for somewhere to go when we couldn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And now we can start having fires and things. You can start with the wood burn I've getting. You can go down and have a cup of tea.
And just a shout out today, Jeff Foreman, always been my mentor, and more than anyone else. I love you, Dean, and Dave Robson, but Jeff is the one that gave me that inspiration, at the very start.
He's had a nightmare for the past 3 years. He come off the roof. He broke his back, broke his legs. He had because he was using one leg more than the other knee went out. And then obviously just seen today that he's been in a hospital with gallbladder problems. He's had every gallbladder removed. He just can't catch a break, the poor bloke. But he's such a fountain of knowledge. But the benefits that he has as well is that it's not just him. There's obviously his brother Roger and obviously the other guys that go on the plot as well. But I'm very fortunate to be only 20-25 minutes away from him. And notice I have missed popping up and seeing him in the garden because you do get that buzz from going out to people's gardens, just like Walter did later on last week when he came down for a holiday. He called in, looked in the garden, took loads of inspiration away, and now I'm getting the blame for him spending loads of money on new gear. Oh no, Waddy.
But yeah, Jeff, get well. We're all wanting you to get back to what you love doing, and make sure you get yourself fit for you to get back. Don't go back too early. Plenty of others people are gonna make sure that your allotment's gonna be okay. Just make sure you're fine, mate, and
That's the thing.
good luck, mate, because
The
you
funniest
are
thing is,
a
Dean,
diamond.
he's never going to see this. He doesn't watch
Well,
videos.
yeah, he'll probably be busy. That's why. But you know what? It doesn't matter if you don't see it or not. I
Tell you what
know
I'll do.
people
I'll
like
go back.
yourself will let him know.
I'll record this bit and I'll send it on a message.
Brilliant.
So there we go. Anyways, like I say, there's lots of people in the group chat now at the minute, so say a few hellos. Hello Fiona and Paul. Hello Will. Hello Shell. Like I say, hello Mark.
The Dave you want about.
Yeah, Dave from Dave's Allotment Garden. That's Dave I was on about to start with. So who else is here? So hello Russ. Russ has got a new car. He's going to be doing the rounds. Frank, good evening. Christopher Staniland. Hello there. Apologies about that. I've got screen. I've still got a big green line going across my screen, and I'm still missing.
I can't see anything. Dean.
Hello, Jack.
Mine, so hello, everybody. If everybody said hello to me,
you're not saying any comments.
No, unless I actually press the chat, and I can't see you now, so it goes to a page, and I'm just reading everything, and like I say,
I need to.
Yeah, so that's the only thing. It's a learning thing, but hi to everyone who said hello to me, because I can't see what you said.
Just say hi, Dean.
I don't know.
Hi, Dean.
I don't know which one to say, it's for Dean or me or you. That's fantastic. So let's get back onto the actual gardening side. Now, one thing I want to ask you, Dean, is this: what have you learnt this year? What's your mistakes you've learnt? What are you going to do next year to make it better? Because the 3 years that I've been watching and seeing you every day, you want to actually every year you want to get better. That's what we strive to do. So what have you learnt this year, and what mistakes did you make, and what you're going to do for next year?
Well, this year I've done.
Go for it.
Go for what? Yeah, you're totally good. This year I'm very proud. One of the things that you didn't ask there, which I'm going to put into it, is the positives of that past year. It's great to take the positives, but also you learn from the negatives as well. Now, the positives, I'll start with the positives and go to the negatives afterwards. The positives I've had this year is that I've basically had 9 personal bests, and like I say, that's 9 different vegetables grown that I've done better on over the past year. I've still got a cabbage grown as well, so I might beat that again. But so I'm quite happy the way things went with there. The negative side of things is, once again, I've grown too much.
You haven't.
I have. I've grown too much. I'll openly admit it, and I'll tell you that every year. I'm just trying to get rid of this. Sorry, 2 seconds. I've got me. Well, I'm using Safari on my phone here, and I'm trying to get rid of the top bit here. Oh, never mind. I'll leave. So yeah, I've grown too much, but that's the reason as to why I've broken 9 personal bests. Now, the personal bests that I've broken, if I was to take them on the championship, obviously on the bench and the tables for the big shows, they wouldn't. I mean, my cabbage would have probably done well at Harrogate, but everything else, it would have been all right. I wouldn't have been last, but it's nothing special to rave about. For those that haven't grown before, I mean, the stuff that's been grown is fantastic. I mean, the marrow that I grew was 28 pounds bigger than what it was last year. That's a massive achievement, just for considering I wasn't going to be growing any marrows this past year. But the negative is, one of the negatives as well, is I've not been able to keep on top of everything. And that's because I haven't been able to look after them. So next year I have to, and it's a must.
Is that because you've grown too much and put too much into? Yeah.
The one thing that I would state is that something that somebody told me, one of the other growers as well, it's jack of all trades, master of none. And I've used that before, and I'll continue to use it again. I can grow all of the stuff that I want, but you see, a lot of the top growers, the banner popping down in the chat is now. What banner? I don't know what banner there is. Sorry, Frank. Leslie, have a look. All right, could you remove that for us, please, if you can? I'll see if Leslie get rid of that. Sorry about that. It was just a pin post at the top.
I think I've got
Yeah, you think I have?
Master of.
Yeah. So if I now focus on 2 or 3 like the other growers do 2 or 3 and put all my effort into them, I should do a lot better with them. Another positive I've had this year is my carrots. I've grown fantastic carrots, and now I know that I can grow them like that. I'll grow them again in the same thing.
The same way.
So, and same with the marrows as well. I wasn't expecting to grow the marrows in my second plot. So now that I know I can, and I've got the space to do it, I can open everything up and I can grow a lot more for the same thing, one thing. I mean, marrows themselves, you chuck the seed in the first week of May, you nurture it until you plant it out, and then obviously you just bury the vine, keep the vine tucked down, and then after 6 weeks you give it a good feed and you keep feeding it water and feeding it water. The aim of it is to get as big as possible without bursting it. It's the same with cabbages as well. Now, I set my cabbages away a month early this year, and I've getting a cabbage that's 2.5 kilos bigger than the one I got last year. And I've still got one in the ground, which is too late for when the shows would have been. Another negative, I'm swapping back and forwards, which I'm sorry about, but I'm trying to do as I remember. Another negative is growing the leeks. The leeks is a negative for me. I do grow them. They're lovely to grow. They're nice and big, but they are hard, bloody work. Yeah. They take up so much time. If I was to focus on one thing, it would have to be the leeks and drop everything else. If I wanted to take that for the remainder of my growing career, so to speak. If I wanted to just focus on that, I mean, a lot of people only grow leeks, and I can see the reason as to why. Because it takes so much work by the time you think about spraying, you've got your looking after. I mean, there are 12-month Cumbrians or a 12-month growing leek.
Yeah.
I've got stuff started off now for next September.
Yeah.
It just goes to show it's not stuff like starting in March, like carrots and stuff like that. February, January's for cabbage. It's
the people are offering to give you seeds for giveaway.
All right, okay. But yeah, it's I've had a good year. I've learned from my mistakes, like I have done the year before. This shed was a big learning curve as well, because obviously I had a lot of condensation problems, a lot of ventilation issues. Obviously getting it right the first time, doing what I could do on the budget that I had, getting the lights supplied by obviously Spider Farm and Mars Hydro. That was unexpected, so I thought I'd sort them out at the same time as well. Getting starting dates was another big thing as well to get it right, so I've managed to get my dates right for them, so I know when to put stuff in. But like I say, it's just a learning curve. It's learning what to do. I wasn't originally going to be growing to show, but it's turned out to be that way. So, I mean, if I was to stop the shows, I'm sure I'll be able to make a lovely garden, a lovely veg garden, everything up to tidy, everything sorted. But like I say, that's not where I've turned into.
And that's why I take my hat off to you for being a young lad compared to me son. You know, you're 31, to take this interest, and that's through your granddad. You know what I'm saying. What he does on his plot is absolutely fantastic. Granddad Dave.
What he does, it's great. What he does.
Yes, and you know we've all seen that, and that's what we love about you all. You know,
I've dropped a minute. I've dropped a minute a day.
Go on, what you doing?
I've got a lot of people see on Facebook the camera that I bought for keep an eye on the garden. Obviously, I've showed you what it is like as well. The cameras were on special offer on Amazon Prime Day today and yesterday, and they were reduced by 30%. And I already had a £10 gift voucher as well, so I managed to get myself another one for £38. So I got one, and I got another one as well with a gift card I had anyway. So I got 2 more, and I got one delivered today. So I installed one. I installed one on my granddad's plot. And Dean's throwing away. I installed one on my granddad's plot, and he says I went round outside, of course, and I put the app on my grandma's phone. And after I put it on my grandma's phone, my grandma clicked and went, "Hey, Dave, I'll be able to keep an eye on you now." I went, Oh
Dean,
no.
keep talking. I just need to go away 2 minutes. I'll be back
No
in a
bother.
minute.
Not a bother. Do what you need to do. Well, he's gone.
Well,
So, anyway, yeah, we'll catch up with what people have been saying here. What's
would
happening?
you like seeds of Frank, I believe, and hang on.
I'll just 2 seconds. I'll just mute Dean just in case there's anything he's doing there which doesn't want to hear in on. So there we go. That's another thing as well. I can keep him quiet.
Paul.
No, I haven't done the seed quiz yet. I've still got to sort that out.
That one I don't know.
If you want to, that's absolutely fine. I don't mind that at all. I'm sure I've got a few things here which I've still got which I can give away as well. We'll do it when obviously a few more weeks time. I'll like say if this is a success, I'll start seeing if I can get any other people on, and we'll do a quiz as well. Or depending on if I get stuff done through the week, if we've got a lapse on content, might do it one Sunday night. I will sort that out. But if you want to donate seeds for a quiz, that's absolutely fine. I'll come up with something and we'll get that sorted out. So thank you very much, Frank. Thank you very much, Paul. Again, Paul has still got all them seeds as well. Hello, Tom. Thanks very much for coming along. Anybody that else has joined, I've not said hello. I'm sorry about that. Hello, Ollie. Hello, Andrew. What am I for tea?
Soup.
Oh, how could I forget? You made vegetable soup. It was lovely. You made a lovely vegetable soup. Just unfortunately, we didn't have any crusty bread to go with it, but there's still plenty there for tomorrow, isn't it?
He's back.
Oh, I'll have to unmute him. Dean, you're quiet. 2 seconds. I've muted you. I've muted you. Hold on. It's one of the best things I can do. There we go. You're back. Just keep you quiet. Yeah, I bet Dave wish you could do that when we were stopping Harrogate last year.
I wish I could do that to Claire.
You didn't realise these videos saved on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. She's actually watching Claire, you know.
So now you've dropped yourself in it.
No.
But no, like I said, as I was mentioning there, it was hysterical earlier on when my grandma realising that she was she's going to be able to keep an eye on my granddad and seeing what he's doing, because she's always been pessimistic that he's there for hours and he's not doing what he's saying he's doing. So now she's going to be able to keep an eye on him. So big grandma's watching.
Are you able to make the pinned post go away?
Yeah, give us a second. Dean Karen talking. I'll probably still be here, but I need to get rid of this pinned post.
Okay, so do you want me to talk, Dean? Oh, well, Dean's gone. He'll be back. On my side is I haven't done much in the last month because I wanted to prep my beds for winter, and what I'll be doing this weekend is me
right.
my onion cuts and my garlic. I haven't even sown any spring cabbages, which I had good success this year from sowing from last year's spring cabbages. And I've been in my personal life, I've been so busy, and Dean knows what's been going off. But I will be going to a nursery because of the time now. I'll be doing some spring cabbages because I love them, doing my chowder and everything else.
Trying to check to see if I'm back here.
If people have never seen my channel, I don't really grow everything in my back garden. It's only my second season.
I'm not going to have nothing on there. Oh no!
Oh
no! Right, I have to remind myself not to do them.
So I also do cooking in my house as well. So can you hear me, Leslie? Can you hear me, Mother?
Right, hold on. I'm not having this, like.
What are you playing at?
I can put it that way as well, can't I? That's absolutely fine.
Can you hear me, Dean? Can anybody else hear me? Let me just, you go into chat.
Oh, we're supposed to is anyways. That's fine. Oh, we'll put that in instead.
Deadly, are you
Alright,
talking
so
about me, Deadly?
it's not working.
About me from this one?
Hello, Dave. Right, I'm going to refresh this. I'm sorry if it knocks everybody off. I can't hear anybody though. I've got a problem, so I'm just going to do a refresh, and hopefully this doesn't knock everybody off. Wait a minute.
Okay, refresh. Okay, so it looks like I'm in here on my own, and now I ain't got a Scooby what's going on. It's all right leaving me with technology. But it looks like it's coming back in. Are you back?
Fixed
Are
it.
you back? Are you back?
Sorry, I don't know what happened there.
Can you hear me, Dean?
I can hear you fine. I've just realised as well I can rotate the phones back, so I don't have to have it landscape. It can be portrait because it still fits in fine, so that's great. That does wonders.
Because you left me in here on my own, I was like, I'm going to see what's going on here.
Wait, I did see you a special guest.
Oh, brilliant.
Special.
So all the comments and everything else is the same. Oh, we got Dave Allotment Garders.
Oh, Dave's here.
I can hear you snoring.
It's all right, Dave. I woke him up from it earlier on.
If anybody don't know about me and Dave, we met me, Dean, Dave Shaw, Dean Odd, and Dave Lee Robson, and Mr. Bump, John. We all met down in Harrogate, and me and Dave shared a room.
You missed one out.
And he said to me, the biggest fear I have is, I hope you don't snore. No, I'm all right. I'm a good sleeper. I don't snore. Well, if you have a look at me, I've broke my nose 10 times in my lifetime. And I can't breathe through my nose. So when I woke up the next night, when I woke up the next morning, I said, "You all right, Dave? You have a good night?" He went, "No." He says, "I could have killed you." I went, "Why?" He went, "You snored all night. I had a wink of sleep." And the only time he got some sleep is when I got up early and went down for breakfast. He had about 25, half an hour sleep. So, sorry, David.
Still have a nightmares.
But we had a fantastic weekend out there, and I really enjoyed it. And I said I'd never go again, but looking back, I enjoyed it that much. We all lads.
Be quiet. You wouldn't go again. On my side, of course you would go again.
It was outside my comfort zone. I'd never. I just started to grow.
No, definitely, especially coming down by yourself.
I'm not a great grower, I'll admit that. I'm learning, and I'm learning off yourselves and Dave and Jeff Foreman. For you to invite me there, I was like, I don't know about that. I don't like the old, I'm better than you kind of character and shit like, I'd best not swear, and stuff like that. I'm not like that, But no, we went there. Honest to God, I were in awe of the place. It's not my scene. I were in awe of the place. Oh my God. I don't want to get to that level. I just grow veg for me out. You know what I mean? And friends, I'll just give them a few veg. But to see some of the stuff like that, it reminded me of my granddad, even though I know he didn't go to shows and stuff like that. But when I used to go in his back garden and, seeing his I even forgot the name of them. The dahlias and the chrysanthemums,
Oh, they're crazy, them.
It was the in thing back in the day. He'd have a separate greenhouse for them, and it just took me back to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the enthusiasm to want to do stuff. It totally blew me away. I didn't expect it, even though I got cramp. Thanks, Dean.
I forgot about that. I got it on video, didn't I?
You did. You got it on video. I caught a cramp, and I'm like, I don't know. Like my calf tightened up, and I've got my hand under my backside, and I've got cramp. And bloody D's behind the video, and me.
Kill myself laughing at the video, and But now you've done it once. Like I say, it is still outside the comfort zone. Like I say, I was devastated we couldn't go this year. because I was looking forward to going again because it was a good night on the Friday as well.
Be a Geordie for a day again.
No. You just have a T-shirt with the world's loudest snorer on instead.
That was so funny. Sorry, David.
We'll get him some pictures from his old footballing days. Just put on. Do you know who I am? Remember me?
Well, it's another lifetime.
Doing the Cockney walk.
So this year, what I'm going to do in this year, I am going to grow something that I've never grown before, and I don't know what it is yet. It's something that I'm going to do in my group to put to me. You know, I think you should grow this in this bed. I've got 12 beds.
Chinese seeds I've got sent over, was it?
Oh God, I've actually had that. You know,
Hey.
you know. Oh yeah, I just chuck them because.
I definitely you want to burn them. Just chuck them, burn them.
Yeah, I just chuck them. If it's not, now when like I said, I first started, I got on the old Amazon and the old cheap ones, and I thought, yeah, we'll try that. Then I just chucked them because they always give you that extra packet of seeds, like, you know, as a complimentary. I just threw them. You know?
Yeah, I don't bother with them either. If I don't know what they are, if I didn't know them, no chance.
No. But I want to go for a melon. I don't know what type yet. Next year. Definitely want to do that. I'm gonna keep an eye on my Jeff Foreman's grape because I didn't get no grapes this year, but the second year,
second, third year,
I put everything off. I listened to what Jeff said. I've put everything, the side shoots and everything off, and I've just kept one shoot, and it's actually grown probably about 6 or 7 foot. Yeah, in my polytunnel, and now I'm just hoping that next springtime that 7 foot now I'll get the side shoots off them and the actual grapes because I ain't got a clue. I'm gonna put manure in me pallet collars and more composting, and then let's see what it does for next year. So I'm not going to touch anything in that pallet collar there.
Yeah.
I'm going to manure it, compost it, and overwinter it, so it's got a good feed base then for springtime for my grapevine. It's just what I've learnt in the last 12 months. So,
well, something I picked up.
And this was a grapevine that Jeff sent me this time last year.
What Jeff does, obviously, is he takes a side shoot and then he obviously puts it into some compost. I got a grapevine cutting off Dave, who's, I mean, you've seen his grapevine in his greenhouse. I think they're black Hamburg ones. Just put it on there. I've got it growing on my first polytunnel, and I took the side shoot out, and I took 2 actually, just put them straight into compost. They've both rooted, and I've actually got a grapevine that big from the side shoots. So
cheers, yeah. That one in Dave's greenhouse. He actually asked me if I wanted it, the thick one, because he said he was getting rid of it, and I was actually going to come up in summertime one to spend a day with you all, and he was going to give me it then in the springtime, and he was going to give me it then, but with this COVID thing, we weren't able to do it. So, but yeah, cheers, Dave.
I just swap the seats 2 seconds.
Pull yours over.
I'll still make that journey.
My bum's bigger than his.
It's a me and this one from DT Browns. I will look at that GYO kitchen garden. Thank you.
Right, yeah. So what's this? We've got the grapevines are prolific from cuttings. Yep, they are great. Hello, Gary. Welcome along. Nice to see you. Dave, I need to organise with you since we can now meet in outdoor spaces, I need to organise with you so I can come and drop that that juicer off for you, the wine, the fruit press. So I'll sort that out with you as soon as I can. Wait, if you send us a message back, I'll. But who's this?
Oh, sorry.
Yes, Gary. Yeah, we know Gary's. Yeah, Gary hasn't hurt himself. He's taking a little bit of time off. I've still got to watch his video actually. I think I'm going to do this after this vid tonight. Got a few videos to go through. I know Terry's just put one up as well. A couple of things. What are you? What was your positivity going out with this year? Then, what are you pleased with?
I was worried with my tomatoes at the beginning of the year because I was, like I said in my group, I was seeing people like Dave Shaw, around about end of May, June time. They were picking the tomatoes, and even though I was saying to my group members, "Don't worry, you know, the tomatoes will come. You know, just keep doing what you're doing." And that aspect of it, the positives of that at end of the season, I've just got an abundance of tomatoes. So that my learning curve for my tomatoes don't worry about having your right tomatoes June time. You know what I mean? When everybody else, like yourself, has got the lights and starting under lights early in January and stuff like that. And when they're having, fruit in end of May, June time, a lot of my members saying, mine are rubbish, and I'm reassuring them. But in back of my mind, I'm thinking mine's rubbish as well. You know what I mean?
No, you do that. That's a lot of people. That's one of the things I noticed when I was joining the groups. Obviously, seeing all these big things, all these. I mean, like I said, there's an onion, and that's just a little one. So I'm looking at them going, bloody, they're huge. How to do that and stuff like that. Then after you realise that it's all done by obviously the lights and stuff like that. You've got to think about why they've started theirs off a lot earlier because they've got the environment. They've kept them going through, then they've been able to get them fruiting. Now, tomatoes, you can start from January. So you can actually do them in January, February, March, April, May. You can start them off all the way through there. So you're always going to have a crop. Yeah. So you can have your fruit from May onwards. So it just depends when you start them off.
And I think that's what I'm going to learn more next year. It's staging. And what I mean by staging, Dean, is this. I'm going to do a certain tomato and do it 1 week. And instead of just using all my seeds right away, do it another one a couple of weeks after and a couple of weeks after that. So I'm going to get a flow later on in harvesting instead of all my tomatoes being ready all at once.
Yep, that's one of the first things you learn as a gardener. Now, like I say, I've sown these today, and you seen earlier on when I called you. Yeah. These are my heavy onions. I've set them away today. I've only put 6 seed in there. I'm not even going to need all of them, but I'll put another set in 2 weeks' time, and just a little tray. So I'll put another 6 in 2 weeks' time, and then 2 weeks after that, I'll put another 6 in. So I'll always have some from. So it's basically going to be a month between the first set and the last set. So it works the same way with everything else. If you put seeds in at the same time, they're all going to come at the same time. Now, the likes of potatoes and stuff like that, your root veg, that can store. You can take that out, you can put it back in, you can put it in sand, you can do stuff like that as well. But things like cauliflower, things like broccoli, things that can, cabbage as well, you cannot just bang all that in at the same time and expect to save it. You need to do it every 2 weeks. Yeah, depending on what you're going to use. Don't put stuff in that you're not going to use as well. So if you like cabbage, don't put too many in.
And the difference for me this year than my first year is I wanted to grow everything. And I wanted it now. You know what I mean? And I did everything. And this year, I'm only growing what I eat.
Yep. That's the first thing I did. I put stuff in like fennel. Put fennel in, I put all sorts in. I tried some kale 2 years ago, grew lovely, never used it. A lot of the stuff, a lot of the stuff that I used, I grow now. I don't use these chilies. I probably won't use them.
Yeah.
But I'll keep them for the seeds because they're aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Because I like the look of them and stuff as well. So it's a lot, like I say, a lot of the stuff is just because it looks nice.
Yeah. I grew loads of chilies last year because if you know, I got one of those cheap Wilco's, and I only got it for like 20 quid. They were 60 quid. The old plastic greenhouses. I pinned it to me. My fencing, and I put my chilies in, so it gave me a little bit more room. This is before I had my polytunnel. Give me a little bit more room in my greenhouse. So I put all my chilies in there, and I did. I had loads of nice chilies and different types of chilies. But the wind blew it over. As soon as autumn started to come, blew everything over. All my chilies were blown over.
The big thing. That's the big thing. You can't. They're called blow-away greenhouses for a reason. The only thing they're good for is putting inside of a greenhouse. So a greenhouse inside of a greenhouse, starting stuff.
But it was 20 quid instead of 60, so I'll never do that again. And,
that's the first. Like I say, it's the first thing people make the mistake of. People buy these. I mean, the polytunnels are good when you buy like the ones that you've got. Obviously, people buy them. They don't go to the excess that you have. Put them in. They just put them in like they do. And as soon as a bit of gust of wind comes, away they go like a kite. Like you say, the covers themselves, they last a few years. But the good thing is with them, if you frame them out properly with wood as well, they'll last you a long time. You can just put a new cover over the top. It's the framework.
And as you know, that's what I did, Dean, into it. You know, I concentrated mainly on actually strengthening it because I knew the plastic's only guaranteed for 5 years, and you're lucky to get 2 or 3 years in it. You know, I know that. But like you've just said, the frame of it is a good frame. And as you've seen, the way I did mine, I put mucky bores, they call them, all around the bottom. And I used rebar, 1.3 meter rebar, you know.
You were knocking them to China, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you, it's solid. And obviously, I put my bench in. So now I just need to the plastic will last me another year. But if it don't, it's going to cost me 70 quid to get the proper, you know, polytunnel plastic that you get off of like first tunnels and stuff. But what is it, premium tunnels? You know, I'll get that from a 3.9 meter polytunnel, and I'll stretch it and tie it to the wood again with batten, and it'll be a proper polytunnel then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't realise this is a feature that I can do as well. I can pop chats up on the screen for everybody to see if you've missed them. Tom's put a great little tip up here. You can buy the mini greenhouses and use them for staging. So, like I say, it's a lot cheaper than that stuff.
Put the chat up so we can see you, please. Because I'm having to go out of the page.
You can see. Can you see Tom's message on the screen there? I've just put Tom's message on the screen.
Yeah, I've seen Tom's message now.
Yeah, so that's Tom's message. Like I say, if there's any other stuff on here, I'll let you know. I don't know. To be honest, like I say, I'm new to this as well, so I don't know what you're saying on your side. We'll have to have a play and we'll see so I can see what's like on your side as well. So, got another question coming in. What we got?
I'm designing the polytunnel now. What width of netting do you put on the side of yours?
So it's not width as much. It's just a scaffold netting. So I've put for my skirts. I've used scaffold netting. You can buy it. To be honest, go to the local scaffold yard, see if they've got any rolls for sale, anything like that. Amazon. Try not to get the cheap stuff off eBay. Tried that last year, then it just brittles. It just breaks up in the sun. You want a good solid one. I think they're about £25 for 50 meters. So that's what I recommend with those. Gary's put a message on thing.
They get it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Gary's put on things. He's thinking of getting rid of his polytunnel for a long greenhouse. I mean, it all depends on what. Obviously, what's your preference? I prefer polytunnels. is that I've put a couple up now, so the dead straightforward to put in once you've got them in, they're great.
Half of one.
And with me, I got a 12 by 10 greenhouse from Billy Ho website, and that was the biggest greenhouse that I've had, and no intention at that time to have a polytunnel, and it was sufficient for me. And now I got the polytunnel, which were it's a 9 by 3. Got it off eBay for £190 or something like that, which were a bargain. It cost me about £50 to secure it better, and I hardly go in my greenhouse.
Yeah.
Because there's so much that I can do now in my polytunnel that what I was doing in my greenhouse. You know what I mean? For me, my greenhouse is an afterthought. That when I've filled everything up in my polytunnel, I need space in my greenhouse. You know what I'm saying, Dean?
Yeah, I know what I mean. Somebody put a message on David Shaw there. Put a message on, not the one that we know, of course. It's a different David. Anybody selling any Blanchleek grass? David, if you're on Facebook, head over to the Facebook group, guys. They have always got stuff on. If you go to National Pot League Society Facebook group, you go on to Life of the Allotment, or there's a few different people that do sell Blanchleeks. If you email me, if you send me an email to my email address, which I'll pop on the screen here from very quick here, if I can sort this out very quickly. So I'm just going to pop my email address on here. Sorry, I'm just busy making this.
He was just asking, but roughly what size? How wide do you use?
I'll have to have a look for myself, to be honest.
Does Dean know? For his?
Quick. That's the one. So, I'm trying to do it from that time. I don't know the width of it, but if you have a look, I think you get it. It's 50 meters. I don't know if it's 2.4. It's a meter long, meter wide, or I don't know, to be honest. Plots at outlook.com. Done. Right, so sorry, I'm just busy playing with this at the minute.
You're the master, mate.
Oh, I've got no idea. I've got no idea here. I need to edit that. Edit, scroll across the bottom, save. There we go. So, I thought it was something like that. So it's 2 meter wide by 50 meters or something like that. So, but for the grass, if you drop me an email, my email address there, well then I'll see if I can get in contact with somebody that's got some grass for sale, and then put you in there.
It briefly popped up.
What?
Your email. You took it off now.
It's there. What's coming up?
No, it went away.
Oh, sorry. There we go. I'll leave it on there. I'm sure you get the gist. Anyways, like I say, it's all new. All these things, the tickers across the bottom, I can pre-do before coming on. So you see, it's there for next time as well.
So everybody that's watching, what's it coming across like? Is there any interference? Is there any buffering? Is there any stoppages? Because from my ending, it seems it's been all right.
It's been all right for me. Let's see, I'm on the Safari, and on the app itself, I'm on Safari, and it's when Leslie's looking at it on YouTube here, it's coming across exactly how we're seeing it on the screen as well, and the comments are coming up pretty quick as well, which is great. Sorry, yes, Harry Houghton. Yes, message Harry Houghton. He's got some leak heads for sale, so you can possibly see them as well. Rich has said the setup's looking good. Thanks very much, Rich.
Yeah,
Are you
cheers, Rick.
going with dahlias next year?
Craig, I see what you're saying. Yes, I'll be doing a few dahlias. My first bed that I've got the dahlias in that I left in last year, lazily. I will be pulling them up this year, and I will be. I want to get some sort of new ones. There's an idea what I've had across my head. Sorry, just seen Tom's message. I want to do like a field of fire, basically. That's the plan, to use a few of the beds up. I want to do yellow, red, then yellow and red, then like a fiery colour. So I want to do all of them, but that's going to involve having to get. It's going to involve having to get a few tubers of each dahlia that I want, and then get them started off and get my own cuttings and things as well and make it cheap as possible. That's obviously going to be involve lots of work, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get that sorted until I get my heat bench done down at the allotment for when I've got my fire on. Which the good thing is, my fire is done, sorted, and thanks to Craig Orchard, who surprised me this morning. He dropped off some clamps, which was absolutely fantastic. I can now get my pipe work all sorted finally and done. So I just need to get me. Murphy needs to change his name back. I agree. So I'm looking forward to getting that sorted out. But yeah, I am planning on doing a few dahlias because it's always nice to have a field of colour with the dahlias. Tom, I'll have a look and see what varieties and things, but mainly what I'll be looking for is like the fiery reds, like sunsets and stuff like that. I've got Procyon, which I like. I like the Procons, but I've got some of them already. But it's still them sort of colours that I do enjoy, and like the bright reds as well.
I like the border ones.
Leslie likes the border ones. We've actually got some border dahlias in a roundabout around the corner from where we live. I'm just waiting for the council to come round to take them up, and I want to see if they take them to the local compost area where I know exactly where that is, because I've been down a few times and picked up some plants there. Love free plants. Stuff perennials and stuff that'll come back year on year. Not annual, sorry, yeah, perennials. I was right on that. Stuff that comes
you
back.
You sound like a good gardener.
I do, don't I? I don't know what they are.
You're sounding like me, Dad.
Yeah, that's it. I know exactly where to go get them. I picked some stuff up and they've been growing great. So hopefully they'll still have some down that way. So Dave's just put on, hey, you know what? I just remember to tell you those colours. Colliers are a bit of a rip. They all turn the same colour eventually. What, dead? Let me get this banner off and we'll go back to what was it before. There we go.
They don't like
when I first saw dahlias last year for the first time, Dean, I was amazed by him. You know, and I thought mine was a bit special, but when I went to Harrogate and saw the actual professionals,
honestly, there's so much effort and time goes into them. The one place I'd recommend visiting if you're up this way, Dean, which I'm sure you will be in the future, is somewhere called the Halls of Heaven.
Okay.
Now, I've not been myself, but these are the dahlia guys.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom will agree as well. I did get it. Yeah. The Halls of Heaven are absolutely fantastic, and they do a lot of the dahlia varieties. They grow.
They have a website,
they will have a website, yeah.
Okay. Just we'll talk private, and you can send me.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Tom, thank you very much. I'm going to save that message. I'm trying to save that message, anyways. I know I'm pressing on the screen yet. Let's see if it copies it off. Copy. Right. Leslie screenshot. Oh, see, that's what I'm bringing you in for, Leslie. You've got these great ideas. There's Frank LOL. Right.
I thought you brought me in for my beauty.
I did bring you for beauty. You're something good to look at, apart from me and Dean.
Halls of Heaven. I'll look that up, Dean.
Yeah, Halls of Heaven. I'll see if we can change this layout as well. What's happening here? Oh, right. So we can do that. We can do that.
Oh, you made it cool.
Hello, Dean.
Yeah, don't enlarge me anymore. I look like you might have
we'll just leave it as it is. I was just going to play there. The third cuttings have all turned green. My days. That's better, Murphy. Thank you for Murphy for Dean and for Deadly and Dean. Cheers, Murphy.
Brilliant.
Have you ever been, Dave? Have you ever been before?
Please tell them they're on Facebook.
Hose Ahead and yeah on Facebook. Yeah. No one.
I think Craig was coming down.
Yeah.
Not you, Dean. The other Dean.
The other team. Yeah.
What, me?
Hose Ahead. No. Yeah.
Am I on Facebook? Yeah, I am.
Are you on Facebook? Yeah, I hope so. That's where the majority of members are, mate.
Not you are on Facebook. Holes of Head are on Facebook.
Oh, right. I thought you meant Dean was asking
Okay.
if he was on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Not a problem, Tom. We'll not say anything. We'll not say absolutely nothing about anything about that. Obviously, you've just got to be careful with the pocket and things, and Christmas coming up. But you don't want to be saying anything at all about what your bills are like at the minute. we'll leave that as it is.
Brilliant. Absolute fantastic.
Oh yeah, no, I've never been before. Tom, it's gone. It's stopped. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, for a bill, I mean, I suppose you can go and pay that 20 quid off. To be honest, I'm sure you've got a 20 quid note in your back pocket. What? It's like my wallet. When I open my wallet up, it's just dust. So all my money's. Well, I can't help it. I buy stuff and I spend it. I can't help it.
I saw that in Arrogant last year.
Aye, yeah. I did the same. Aye. Well, that's your fault. That was because of all the drink.
The drink.
The videos I've got of you was fantastic.
What's
this?
What I remember the most is just when you came on after we got home. I don't know how I got.
Oh,
I don't know how I got home.
I put my car in the autopilot.
It was walking around with cramp, breathing.
I was dying that day. Oh, no.
That's actually £4.30. Oh, well, that makes all the difference, that, Tom. You're going to get change out of that 20 quid. There we go. I'll just put it on there. So you missed a decimal place. It's £4.30. Hey, this grown malarkey. It's not cheap, is it? That's the pocket money gun for the week.
Fantastic.
It's coming up the hour mark. I think it's going to be time to shut everything down now. It's. Does anybody have any questions or comments or anything like that they'd like to bring up? Because let's say I don't even know. I think there might be a limit on how much we can use this. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But I think it's went pretty well in regards to obviously new technology, trying different things out. I think it's went well, Dean. So I want to thank you very much. Dave sent a message, has he? No, David. What's this? Dean, would you like some stock from Hose Ahead? And I've got loads spare. I mean, I'm only after certain things, certain varieties, so I'll have to have a look at the varieties. But by all means, yes. I mean, that's absolutely great. Yeah, that's the thing, Tom. Once you've got them, once you've got the Dahlias, you can obviously use them again and again.
I upset Dahlia, Steve.
Why?
Because I left mine in and they turned up better.
Turned up better than his. That's what I did as well. I just left mine in and they've went absolutely fantastic this year. They've went really well. They've done really well.
And he bless him, he had trouble, didn't he?
Did I? Because he got all sorts of different things he'd never had before. I mean, a grower Dahlia Steve, his garden's immaculate. It's fantastic. Just across the way. From Leslie's, just across the way from Leslie's plot. His garden's lovely, but he's had a lot of problems this year with growing the Dahlias he's never had before. Definitely, like I say, definitely. I mean, I'm talking nonsense there. I'm just looking at Tom's comment and just agreeing with him.
Well, my Dahlias this year has not been as good as my previous years, and I haven't paid much attention to them like I did the first year because we have in the polytunnel and everything else. It just took, even though we were on lockdown, everything else just took over in the second year, and my Dahlias took a backward step because we got me and you and a few others got that deal, didn't we, Dean? That
Aye.
Martin Fenimore. That we all paid 20 quid for that with £387 worth of daily.
We got them at the end when it was coming to the cold times, and it was like they were starting to die back and stuff. I mean, a lot of them did come to fruition, but obviously they weren't as good as the stuff, the good stock and stuff. The thing is with dahlias, just like strawberries, you've got to have them in cycles. So you can't use the same tubers year in, year out, because the tubers will start to get, obviously, the older they get, the less they're going to produce. You get a good couple of years, that's it. You always need to take fresh cuttings. Take the fresh cuttings. Easy. Honestly, I was so surprised. Just like the chrysanthemums, the dahlias and the tubers and the chrysanthemums and the stools, so easy to take cuttings from. You just take them from the fresh growth, put them in compost. Bob's, there you go, done, sorted. You get so much stuff. Bob's your uncle finds you around. I'm trying not to say anything else, but it's already done now.
I say Bob's your uncle.
Well, there you go. But it is so easy just to take cuttings.
Next season, Dean, for me, do you remember the Agrolan growing that you advised me with? I bought 3 of I bought 3 of those, and you know what? I'm looking forward to doing my seeds in them this season.
I've started my leeks off in them.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm looking forward to them, just to see how it goes.
Right, Leslie's going to have to shoot off now because she's having a bit of pain with her hip. So she's going to say good night. And we're going to say good night as well.
Take care, love.
Go on, squeeze past.
Nice talking to you, love.
Can't get past me.
Go run a bath. Go run a bath. Yes, I'll a bath. In shortly. Now we can. Sorted. Oh.
Cheers, Russ. Take care, mate.
Right, she's gone now. I heard that. Yeah, thanks very much, Russ, for coming in. Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff that we got from that deal was good. It was some of the stuff did come to fruition, but a lot of it didn't, because obviously the time of year, you buy what you get, basically. But yeah, I mean, I've used my Agroland trainer for me leeks, starting them off, and they've done really well so far. I don't know if there's any rootage coming off from underneath yet. Oh, there is there. Look at that. Yeah. You can see them there. Where's it there? Roots starting to come through there already. That's going to have to. I'm going to have to pop that up and pop that on. So they're all going to have to be potted on already. And I've already had. What was that?
How long have you had those leeks? A week and a half.
They've been in the propagator, so they've had bottom heat because I wanted them to get them started off. So anytime like starting seeds off or anything like that, obviously it's heat from below first. You don't want to be sitting in compost, sitting cold, wet compost, because they'll just not take. I've got some that's, I'll put them in the propagator for starting them off. As soon as they're rooted, take them out, and I'll put them under the light. And this light here behind me is on for sunlight, so it's on for natural daylight at the moment. When it comes to sunrise, hi Leslie. When it comes to the lights, they're on at sunrise and they come off at sunset, and it's all worked out from the app on my phone. So I don't have to worry about it at the moment. As soon as I want to set it to 12 hours, or as soon as I want to set it to 24 hours, I can do that. But this light behind us will be stuck on sunlight hours till probably end of November, December time. And then I'll bang it on for 12 hours a day, 12 to 15 hours a day. Then when January, February time comes, start bringing it back down to natural daylight. So we'll see what happens. Like I say, I've not had this Mars Hydro light last year for growing. I'm going to grow with that. I'm going to start stuff off under the Spider-Farmer, and I'm going to continue growing it through into the Mars Hydro. And then once they're big enough, I'm going to take the 2 lights out and I'm going to stick them under the T5s, which are the big ones that I've got. So that's the plan for this year anyways, with the leeks and the onions. But I'm not going to be growing masses and masses. me Cumbrians that I've got grown, because I'm only going to grow Cumbrians and Giants. The Cumbrians, my mate's grown them in his all natural sunlight, natural daylight, no lights involved with them. It's just got heat from below. I'll get them when they're 2 or 3 litre pots. Then I'll put them in the final pot and I'll get them out.
Cheers, Frank. Frank's.
Yeah, thank you very much, Frank. Well, yeah, I think this is going to be it. As people obviously we said goodbye before, so I'm going to sign off now. Thanks very much, Dean, for calling in and joining us this evening. As you say, it's been lovely speaking to yourself.
So for inviting me, Dean.
I'll let you say bye and I'll knock you off.
Okay, Dean. Thanks very much, mate. And it's been great talking to you for an hour. You take care, mate.
You too.
And,
you too. You too, and your mum as well. Take care, son. Me love. See you later. There we go. So, thank you very much, Dean, for coming on in. Thank you, every single one of you, for coming in tonight. Like I say, it's been something a little bit different. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have as well. And watching it back, I will be watching it back. I'll see what happens. But like I say, it's something that's a little bit different. Dave, you're next. But I'll see you. I'll see you all in 2 weeks' time. I'll hopefully catch you this Sunday and see what content I get. I am working Saturday and Sunday this week, which is a bit unfortunate. I've had my days off already on today and Friday, so I'm hoping to get a lot done on Friday to cover the video. So we'll see how things go with that. Tom, what you put on there? So your tomatoes, you were talking about, Dean, would you do well on the T5s if we'll keep short before they get too long leggy? Yeah, I had a problem with the tomatoes this year. They were getting very, very leggy, and that's because I had them in down the plot. I didn't have them up high. I'm not bothering with the tomatoes. My granddad's going to grow the tomatoes. He's the tomato man. And I'm just going to help him. I'm going to help him sell them as well. But yeah, like I say, thank everybody for coming along this evening. Look forward to doing these again in the future. We'll do some quizzes and stuff over the course of the winter. But for me this evening, thank you very much once again. If you haven't already done so, please hit that thumbs up. It does help the channel out as well. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. So take care. Watch what you are doing. Good night.